XRP to $16 and beyond. Now, I know this is going to get everybody excited. Let's be very clear. This is not my prediction. I'm going to show you somebody else's XRP price prediction for this bull run. And I'm going to share one counterpoint that I think could invalidate this sort of price action for this bull run. But I am going to say that other than that, on a technical and a fundamental basis, there's not much that I can say to actually disprove or invalidate the technical analysis that I'm going to show you at the end of this episode. Before we get there, I want to show you some economic data points. We got the jobs numbers today. We need to talk about the broader market in an absolute bloodbath. And I warned about this yesterday. Yesterday's update, we talked about Bitcoin had already dropped to basically the 58,000 level. And we said, hey, if we don't hold 58, there's not much support till 52. Now, we got picked up at about 53,000 yesterday, but I don't think that this bearish move is over. And I'd be very concerned at the current levels that we're sitting at right now. So I'm going to show you some Bitcoin chart here to get started, and then we're going to get right on into the update. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. It's 56,558 right now for Bitcoin. Like I said, we went down to 53,382. But when you zoom out here, this is the weekly chart. And I said, we don't really have much until we're at about the 52,000 level as far as support for Bitcoin. Now, if you recall, I have been sticking to my thesis that we still were going to get a correction during this bull run that was going to be similar to the one that we got back in 2020. Now, it doesn't have to be to the level, the extent in the amount of suffering that we got during 2020, but we saw the same move, basically a 340% pump, a 3x during 2019. Okay. This was a fake out before the market corrected in March of 2020, and the correction was 63% for Bitcoin, and the broader market, some coins corrected by 70 or 80%. This was absolutely max pain that was brought to the markets before we went absolutely nuts and we went up to 69,000 and we topped out during 2021. And so this time around, we're back here, right, into this current cycle, and we saw this massive run up. I mean, this has been incredible. Since the lows of November 2022, we are up 380% to that 74,000 price target that we hit before the halving. Now, this is what's different this time around. Last bull run, we actually got that correction before the halving. The halving came in May of 2020. Before the halving is when we got the correction that came in during March of 2020. This time around, we pumped up before the Bitcoin halving took place, and then we corrected after here. The halving's already happened, and now we have begun the correction. Are we going to correct 63%? I don't think that we have to go down that far. I think that there is still a lot from a fundamental basis for the broader crypto market and even Bitcoin that keeps it from going down that much. But can we rule it out? No. And this is why we've been staying liquid with cash on the sidelines. Now, I'm going to show you the technical analysis on XRP later here, but I want to show you what's happening in our broader economy first. This is the U.S. unemployment rate rising to 4.1% in June. So we hit 4% in May. We've ticked up to 4.1% here in June. And this is the highest since November of 2021. In the past 2 months have been revised downward by 111,000 jobs. So they lied about 111,000 jobs over the past 2 months. When you look at last year, they lied about basically 25% of the jobs were never real. Now, when we look at so far this month in July, we're already at 20,000 jobs cuts according to Macro Edge. Now, I've already shown you guys, according to Macro Edge, we're well over 560,000 jobs lost for this year so far. July, well, we were on holiday break yesterday for Independence Day. So, I mean, hopefully nobody got served their notice of getting fired on Independence Day, but maybe they did. Here in just the first 5 days of the month, we're already at 20,000 jobs lost. So this is what's taking place in the real economy. From here until the election, I don't see anything that really saves us. There's nothing that's going to come in, even if the Fed does come in and cut rates. I think that'll actually just drive the market lower. So I don't see anything really driving us higher between here and the election, other than, really just crypto ripping the Band-Aid off right now. And the good news about crypto is we fall fast, but we also correct, just as fast. And we are a leading indicator of the market. So right now we're seeing our cryptocurrency bloodbath take place. I think this is a precursor for what's going to take place in the stock market. It's just that the stock market's lagging, real estate lags, the jobs numbers lag and also get revised down. I believe that we're already in a jobs recession. And so it's important to understand this broader economic situation before we just YOLO into our favorite meme coin or Bitcoin or crypto or make any sort of investments. We need to understand what's happening in this economy from a fundamental basis. Now, as far as opportunity, we see Peter Cross shared this. Silver has been the best performing asset in the first half of 2024. And silver has been up over 20% first half of this year. That's fantastic, beating all corporate bonds, government bonds, equities, EM equity, EM bonds, commodities, and FX. But the thing that Peter left off, and I like Peter, he's a good author and speaks up at Vancouver Resource Investment Conference. I've met Peter actually personally. Good guy. But the problem with this chart is they leave out Bitcoin, they leave out cryptocurrency, which has absolutely obliterated the returns of silver. And you guys know how much I love my silver, okay? But we can't just, say that silver's been the best performing asset when we got this whole new asset class that actually has blown away silver. But once again, this is why silver's on the other side of our portfolio. See, crypto's on the side of our portfolio that's for maximizing returns, for multiplying the bag. Silver's really meant to be a defensive hedge, and what has it done in the first half of this year? Up 20%, doing its job perfectly. So, love to see it. If you guys are looking to get precious metals, it's all at ZachRector.com for all of our community resources, crypto exchanges, wallets. You want to get tapped in with our private community, that's access through Patreon to get access to Discord. And then we serve up precious metals directly to your door or rolling over the 401k retirement account. And I love the returns on silver, but it definitely has not been the best performing asset when we consider our cryptocurrency investments as well. That's why we do both. Speaking of crypto, not looking good. From Row Rider, don't worry, people. The German government only has 41,000 Bitcoin left to market dump. The first 7,000 only dropped the market by like 18%, so the pain should probably stop before Bitcoin gets below 10,000. Probably. Of course, then there's the US government's 213,000 Bitcoin. Now, 10,000 Bitcoin, I think that's a bit dramatic. Like I said, I don't think that we're going to go that low. But, once again, the perception is reality. That's just how our world works. And so the perception, the idea, the narrative that we're going to get dumped on, right, is what really exacerbates these sell-offs that are taking place. Even if they don't even end up selling off all this Bitcoin. And of course, this is just one of many narratives, including Mt. Gox returning the Bitcoin back to those holders. And so you have the German government, the US government, you have the Mt. Gox, there's many other narratives as well. And I put out a tweet this morning that was kind of tongue-in-cheek, trying to give, I like to give a couple jabs to the Bitcoin bros. They need to be reminded and they need to be held accountable, because literally for the last month, I've been listening to their spaces and they've been saying that this is going to be nothing. This is a nothing burger. Mt. Gox is FUD. German government's FUD. Not going to be a big deal. People saying that the Mt. Gox people are going to keep their Bitcoin. They're not going to sell. And that this is just a narrative. And even on the tweet that I posted this morning, I still had people responding, oh, this is just a narrative. The biggest liquidation event since FTX is not just a narrative. It's a massive liquidation event. Now, of course, our investments have gone down too, Xrp and others, but we have fundamental conviction on our thesis. We're fine. We're comfortable. In fact, I'm going to show you later in this episode that the Xrp whales and those who understand the fundamentals are still accumulating. Weak hands, they're selling, but the big boys and girls are putting on their big boy pants and they're still loading up. They're still stacking up the bag. Meanwhile, it is max fear, max cope in the Bitcoin space. And, once again, I'm just trying to bring some accountability to some of these perma bulls that just have the bullish blinders on and they never see these corrections coming. This is how I made my money for the last 2 years when I was trading. I'm not actively trading right now, but you guys already know my story. I've said it 1,000 times. And I'm not here to brag and say I made a bunch of money trading. I'm just saying we were able to see these corrections and these pullbacks time and time again because the Bitcoin bros are in an echo chamber and they never see these overbought moments where we're about due for a correction. It comes in and they're caught with their pants down. So here we are. Once again, I want to reiterate though, those who understand the fundamental thesis behind these positions are still stacking, are not being fudded out, are understanding that this is actually normal during the first half of a bull run, is that we get these big corrections. I went and showed you guys back in 2019 where Bitcoin went up 300%, corrected 60%, absolute carnage during March of 2020. But it didn't stop it from continuing that bull run all the way up to 69,000. This time around, same thing's taking place, different timeline. We pumped to all-time high before the halving. Now we're correcting after the halving. Are we going to do 60%? That's yet to be seen. You guys let me know in the comments down below. Where's the bottom for Bitcoin? 52? That's the next support that I see. Looks like we're going to be there by later this week. After 52, where do we go from there? You guys let me know what the bottom is for Bitcoin in the crypto market. I'm interested to see what you guys have to say. Now, in regards to XRP, the fundamentals continue to grow. The utility continues to grow, and it's a beautiful spot to be in. From PureSys, the XRP Ledger EVM sidechain is migrating domains. We are preparing the infrastructure to facilitate access, governance, and documentation of the XRP Ledger EVM sidechain. With its official name defined, XRP Ledger EVM sidechain, we have started moving resources to the new domain. So they have the Block Explorer, the Bridge, the RPC, the validators, and the Discord, a couple other things there for you. So all of the resources, all of that being migrated over in preparation for the rollout of the EVM sidechain, which just brings a massive amount of utility to the XRP ledger. That's why I'm not going anywhere. And that's why in the next data point that I'm going to show you, XRP whales are still stacking. Let's take a look at it from XRP liquidity. In the past 6 days, the 5,000 and below, this is bags and basically wallets that hold less than 5,000 XRP. In the past 6 days, the 5,000 and below sold 238,000 XRP, while 5,000 to 10,000 purchased 574,000 XRP. So is 5,000 to 10,000 an XRP whale? Well, everybody has different definitions, but it shows you and it reiterates the point that the smaller bag sizes, and nothing against those of you that only have, a couple thousand XRP, a few thousand, we all start somewhere. And we still have new people that are just learning about XRP. So this is how it works. But once again, bags 5,000 XRP and less, they sold 238,000 XRP. Who did they sell to? The whales and or the bigger bags, 5 to 10,000, who stacked 574,000 XRP. And what we see here, he says, I'll be tracking the 20 to 10,000 group on Richlist from now as it correlates to the 1.7 billion retail, the best. 20 to 100,000 group is totaling 9 billion, which is not representative. So basically what he's saying is, there's about 1.7 billion XRP in smaller retail bags, right? The 20,000 to 100,000 group, that's all still retail, right? For the most part. Maybe there are some institutions that just have 50,000 XRP or 100,000 XRP. But most of those bags are still retail. But what's interesting to track here is these smaller bags and the movement and the psychology. That's the point that I'm trying to get across, is the psychology, the mindset. Have I lost any conviction in my XRP? Has my thesis changed at all? No. XRP is just trading with the broader market right now. Yeah. And the broader market was overbought. That was our thesis with Bitcoin at 74,000. I said, guys, there's not much left that drives Bitcoin higher until we get broader regulations, more ETFs, and more liquidity coming in. Until then, and more massive money printing is what's going to bring that liquidity. Now, that hasn't happened. That's not going to happen for a while. So that's why I thought that the run that we had made was out of gas. We had to fill back up. And we weren't going to fill back up until, like I said, we get stablecoin legislation, regulations here in the US, we get more ETFs, and we get more money printing. And that hasn't came. It's not coming anytime soon. Nothing gets better between here and the election. That's just the case. But this is a blessing. This is an opportunity for those that put on their big boy pants, those who understand the fundamentals. Now, if you want to talk technicals, well, I had to make you guys wait around till the end of this episode to give you the juicy stuff. Xrp to $16 and beyond. Let's be clear. This is not my prediction. Don't hold me to this one. But I'm only going to share one point that I really think invalidates this technical analysis. Just one. Other than that, I can't really share with you anything that invalidates this technical analysis that does take us to this level eventually. Let's take a look at it. This was shared here by this person, Lud XRP Flare, on X, retweeted by Alex Cobb. Let's take a look at this analysis. So he's showing we get this wedge that we traded in during the 2014 to 2017 bear market, right? And what we see is basically 3 taps along the bottom trend line before blast off. We have done the exact same thing, right? You see this bear market correction before we start trading in this wedge, this consolidation pattern before takeoff. And we've tapped this line 3 times now. And in fact, on the third time's the charm, we actually go below the trend line before blast off. We are doing the exact same thing right now, guys. The exact same thing. In fact, when this chart was shared, he's got XRP at 46 cents. Well, we know that XRP already went down to 38 cents yesterday. Who took advantage of sub 40 cent XRP, by the way? Let me know in the comments down below. So a triple tap on this trend line on the bottom formation of this wedge before blast off. But here's what's important. Because the top fib he has to $16. The reason why I said $16 and beyond is because during this bull run of 2017 into the January 2018, we went way past the top fib line, right? So the top fib took us to, basically a 30 cent XRP, 25, 30 cent XRP, but we didn't stop there. No, we went all the way up to $3, $3 and beyond. So that's why I'm saying this time around, we're going to that top fib and beyond if this guy's chart plays out. Now, this is the one data point that I'm going to share that maybe will invalidate this technical analysis and stop us from doing this. Once again, you guys know I'm biased as heck. I want to see XRP go to $16 and beyond. On the flip side, I got to share what I believe would be one data point that could invalidate this. And here is what it is. Because, once again, go to this chart and you can see how long this was drawn out versus how long this wedge pattern was drawn out. This was from the middle of 2014 until the beginning of 2017. Right? So basically, what is that? 1.5 years, right? A little bit longer than a year and a half. This time around, we started this in 2020, and here we are in 2024. We have been consolidating here for literally 4 years. So one might suggest on the flip side that this is why we're going to go beyond this level and our breakout's going to just blow through that top fib level and we're going to go to $16 and beyond because we've had so much consolidation. But the one counterpoint that I want to share is that we've had so much pain. We've had so many people that have struggled to remain patient. And so this is going to bring more sell pressure than we've ever seen in XRP, I believe. I really believe that when we get to $5, when we get towards $10, we will see more XRP sell pressure than we've ever seen in the history of XRP. I firmly believe that. As someone who's a bull, as someone who's biased as heck as far as XRP going to 5 to 589, somewhere in between, and I'm ready just like you are to find out, I got to remain based. I got to remain solid here in understanding, hey, let's check this narrative. Let's check our bias. And we have to understand, retail selling right now. Bags 5,000 and less just sold 200,000 XRP. Bags 5 to 10,000 just picked up more. XRP whales picking up even more. Myself picking up even more. So are we going to go to $16 and beyond? Maybe not. You guys let me know in the comments down below. But we're going somewhere interesting. And even if this technical analysis is half wrong and we go to $8, We go to 10 bucks this bull run. That's going to be a tremendous opportunity for us to trade, to have some profit, right? And is that going to be the end of the XRP story? No, nowhere close. So you guys let me know in the comments down below. 2 questions for you. Where is the bottom for Bitcoin during this correction? Interested to see what you guys have to say on that. And you guys share with me your prediction for XRP this bull run. We going to do something conservative, 5 to 10 bucks, or are we going to go to $16 and beyond? I only have one data point that I can really share that invalidates the analysis of going to $16 and beyond. And that's just the amount of pain. That's just the amount of drawn out time it's taken for us to get to the bull run for XRP. You guys let me know in the comments down below if you appreciate this update. Please make sure that you like this video. All of our resources are at zachrector.com, and I will see you guys in the next one. God bless you all. I am your host, Zach Rector. I really appreciate all of the love and support. If you want to support the channel, just remember that you can start by smashing that thumbs up for me, sharing this content far and wide, and everything else is at my website.